Hello, everyone. Welcome back, girl. It is time to have another one of those beautiful opinion videos because I always love to know what you guys are saying, what you guys are thinking. We love to talk about tea, but girl, let's be real. Bravo is a whole community, and we need to talk about everything as well. And one of the things that I was recently thinking is about our powerful daddy Andy Cohen. I love Andy Cohen. I think he's amazing. I think he literally is the reason why we have everything that we have. When it comes to Bravo, right? But I have this question that if Bravo will ever survive if Andy Cohen completely leaves. Like Andy Cohen is the backbone of Bravo. So like what would that means? And I kind of like want to talk about it and know your opinion, right? So before we start, welcome back. I'm the real Andy of Beverly Hills. Welcome to another piece of tea. Make sure to subscribe right now and hit that notification bell because over here we talk about Bravo every single day. And girl, let's talk about this mess. So, if you have ever watched a Real Housewife reunion and thought, wow, this feels more like a courtroom than a couch, then you have already witnessed the power of Andy Cohen. For Bravo fans, he's not just a host, not just a producer, not just a familiar face. He is the pulse of the entire Bravo universe. Over the last 2 decades, Andy Cohen has gone from behind the scene executive to pop culture icon, single handedly reshaping how we watch, talk about, and even obsess over reality television. But here's the question on everyone's minds. If Andy Cohen ever steps away from Bravo, what happens to the empire he helped build? Will the network survive? And if it does, will it ever be the same? Let's start with the facts. Andy Cohen joined Bravo in 2004, originally as vice president of original programming. At that time, Bravo was still experimenting with niche reality formats like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, Project Runway, and Top Chef. These shows were critically acclaimed, but they were not pop culture phenomena yet. Then came 2006 when Bravo launched The Real Housewife of Orange County, the show that would unknowingly set off a cultural avalanche. It's easy to forget, but the Housewife franchise wasn't an overnight success. It took time, it evolved, it sharpened its claws, and behind the scenes, it was Andy Cohen helping shape the tone, the casting, and the format that will eventually become a blueprint for modern reality drama. He wasn't just approving shows, he was crafting characters, amplifying tensions, and most importantly, listening to the fans. That last part is key, guys. Andy Cohen genius isn't just his ability to make TV, it's his ability to make conversation. Look, he understands early on that Bravo wasn't just producing content, it was creating community. When Watch What Happens Live premiered in 2009, it became the first late night show entirely centered around Bravo fandom. And Andy, of course, was the host. Suddenly, fans weren't just watching Housewives, they were analyzing them, memeing, calling into live shows to talk about them. Andy gave viewers a seat at the table or at least a spot on the clubhouse couch. Under his watch, Bravo didn't just grow, it exploded. From Vanderpump Rules to Southern Charm to Below Deck, the network created interconnected universes that fans could dive into, argue about, and emotionally invest in for years. Andy wasn't just a producer or a host, he was the face of this world, the glue that held it all together. His presence on reunions, his commentary on Watch What Happens Live, and guys, even his social media, all of it reinforced the idea that Andy Cohen was more than Bravo's voice, he was Bravo's identity. So, why does he feel like the backbone of Bravo? First, there's the reunion. No one moderates reality drama quite like Andy. We have seen other people trying to do it in other networks. It is not the same. He's part therapist, part referee, and part instigator in the best way. He holds people accountable, but he also gives them space to tell their side. He asks the questions fans are screaming at their TVs, but always manages to maintain enough neutrality that he keeps things moving. Without Andy, reunions wouldn't feel like trials, they feel like unstructured arguments. And honestly, half of the emotional payoff of a season comes from how well the reunion is navigated. He knows when to dig deep and when to pivot. That balance, that's pure Andy Cohen. Second, Andy has taste. Love him or hate him, the man understands what makes good television. He knows what makes a housewife iconic. He knows how to build a slow burn conflict. He knows which moments to let breathe and which ones to edit tightly. More importantly, he's willing to take risks. Housewife of Salt Lake City, that sounded bizarre on paper, but it became one of the most unpredictable and meme worthy franchise ever. That kind of gamble only works when someone like Andy is willing to say, yes, let's try it. And third, he has credibility, not just with fans, but with the cast. Bravo stars respect him, even when they disagree with him. They know he's part of the machine, but also outside of it, just enough to be honest. That trust is rare in reality TV, where manipulation and shady editing are part of the course, Andy's interviews and reunion hosting style make it clear. He's not trying to trap anyone. He's trying to get to the truth, or at least the best possible version of it for television. But now here comes the real questions. What happens if Andy Cohen steps away from Bravo? First, let's be clear. Andy Cohen has not announced any plans to leave. He still hosts What Happens Live, who has been renewed right now until 2027, still leads every major reunion and remains deeply involved in the Bravo ecosystem. But he's also a father now. He is a New York Times best-selling author. He has his own radio show. At some point, it's not hard to imagine him stepping back from day-to-day duties or even retiring altogether. So, what happens to Bravo if that day comes? The truth is, Bravo will probably survive. It has a deep catalog, loyal fans, and franchises that can run for years. But will it feel the same? That's where the real concern lies. Andy Cohen doesn't just host, he curates without his hand in casting, in editing tone, in reunion moderation. We risk losing what makes Bravo shows unique. They could become generic reality fluff. All drama, no heart. Because while Bravo shows are famous for their feuds, what really keeps people watching is the emotional investment. Andy understands that. He's always said if you are going to fight, there needs to be something real underneath it. That philosophy has protected Bravo from becoming just another reality machine. And then there's the cultural piece. Andy has become a symbol of safe, campy, queer friendly, emotional, messy fun. He brought LGBTQ plus sensibilities into mainstream reality TV, not just by existing as an openly gay host, but by celebrating bold women, elevating shade as an art of form, and creating spaces where drama feels theatrical, not toxic. That energy, that's hard to replicate. Could someone else's fill Andy's shoes? Maybe. But it will take more than just a producer or a celebrity host. It will require someone who understands Bravo fans intimately, who has the charisma to moderate a reunion, the knowledge to cast a show, and the humility not to make it all about themselves. That's a rare combo, and that's why Andy Cohen is so hard to replace. What Bravo should be doing now, and maybe already is building a team that shares Andy's vision. Not just producing the show he built, but learning how he builds them, documenting that intuition, training future talent, creating a pipeline of producer hosts hostess, and editors who understand that Bravo isn't just about conflict, it's about character. In many ways, Andy Cohen's greatest legacy might not be any single show, it's the culture he helped create. A culture that celebrates authenticity, elevates flawless people, and invites fans to join in the mess with love and humor. If that culture continues after he's gone, Bravo will survive. If it doesn't, the network might live on in name but lose the magic. So, yes, Andy Cohen is the backbone of Bravo. Not because he is on every show, but because his fingerprints are on everything. He taught us how to watch reality TV in a way that feels smart, self aware, and endlessly fun. And if and when he does step away, Bravo won't just need a new host, it'll need a new heartbeat. Until then, we'll be here watching, tweeting, screaming at our TVs during reunions, all thanks to the man in the middle couch. And with that, guys, let me know what you think on the comments below. I want to hear all of your opinions about Mr. Andy Cohen and the future of Bravo. Let me know. And if you want to get all the tea related to the Bravo verse, make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.